My next guest has been a regular on the Corrie cobbles, can you believe it, since she was just 6 years old. Over the years, we've seen Asha face a number of hard-hitting storylines, from sexting to revenge porn, and she's now set to be at the heart of an hour-long special exploring the pressures as a trainee paramedic in the NHS.
Do you ever think, oh, if it wasn't for me, life could have ended?
Claire, you lot are a joke.
Stand clear.
Maybe I'm not cut out for this.
Now, Tanisha Gorey, who plays Asha, joins me now. Hello.
Hello.
Gosh, this must have been quite intense, an hour-long special.
Yeah, it was. It was quite a lot of filming, but it was really nice to, you know, get my teeth into something and, you know, really have something to show for it.
We've done a lot of hard-hitting storylines, as we were just outlining there. How does this storyline about being a paramedic, and of course, you know, in my other, when I do sort of the news and I read the news, there's a lot of stories about how difficult it is for paramedics and the abuse they face and the pressure of that job. Sort of where in all the stories you've done does this one sit for you?
Well, for me, I'm very interested in it. You know, it was something that I could have potentially done if I wasn't in Coronation Street.
Oh, really?
I wasn't an actress. Yeah, I think I do really care about it and I do want to do it justice and I want to get it right. And so, like, I do go on days out, like, to the ambulance stations and, like, talk to them all, and because I want everything to be right and it's all medical and it, you know, it has to be spot on. I can't sort of work my way around it.
Yes, exactly. And they must, when you're speaking to them, they must really appreciate the fact that Coronation Street's doing an hour-long special on paramedics.
Yeah, it's a lot.
What response are you having? I suppose once it goes out next week, you'll know more, but what are they saying to you already?
I mean, it was the pressure of just doing it right, you know, and it's brilliant because something like this, it's really sad, but it's really home-hitting, and I think every single person will know of somebody who is in the healthcare industry and they can relate to it, and that's mostly what we want.
And in that short clip we just saw there, there's at the beginning, you sort of hyperventilating, aren't you, in that? What is that about? What's going on for your character at that point?
Yeah, so she's having a panic attack, unfortunately. I mean, she's so young, she's jumped into this, she's trained to be a paramedic, and it is so hands-on, it's so stressful, it's so demanding. So, you know, she's struggling a little bit, and I think that was just her sort of... She had a minute on her own, and that was her de-stressing, and that, unfortunately, is what happens to some people.
And as we were saying, I mean, you've had such a long career on the show since you were 6 years old. We saw a little video there of you. Video, look at me. How old am I? We saw a little bit of you there. Can you remember being on set, or is that sort of like now a sort of strange...
It's awful.
No, it's lovely.
No, honestly, I do. I remember my audition because it was with the gorgeous Jimmy, you know, our dev, and he...
Because you were playing his daughter, obviously.
Yeah, I was playing his daughter. My audition was with him, and I remember my first day with him because we actually weren't at the studio. And my life at Coronation Street has been unbelievable. It's been amazing. It's brought me everything that I have now. But yeah, 17 years, it feels insane to say it.
And you have, as you said there, Jimmi Harkishin there, has played your dad in the show. But you say off-screen as well, that he's become a really important part of your life. Just explain that relationship off-screen.
He truly is a father figure to me, Jimmy. He has done a lot for me. He taught me, you know, just in general, going on set, I need to know my lines, I need to be on time and everything like that, but also just being there for me as a person, the advice he gives me. We talk a lot, and we do have a relationship and a bond that you could never have gotten without spending that much time with somebody. He's amazing.
Wow, it's amazing, isn't it, to hear that? And it's so lovely that you've had that mentoring, because I suppose being in the public eye for such a long time at such a young age, it could have, you know, you seem very grounded, is what I'm trying to say.
Thank you. I'm from Oldham.
From Oldham.
I'm from Oldham. No, I think, like, none of my family were in the industry, so it was something that I had to learn from work. But being in that building and being around such amazing people, that is the reason why I am who I am today, because I had to learn there on set.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it couldn't come from anywhere else.
Yeah, and it's really interesting because, like, I think just in this last week I've seen Ambika Mod, who is obviously such a sort of heroine, really, for brown actresses. Because she took the lead in One Day. She's been nominated for all sorts of awards. She was in that wonderful medical drama as well. But she has said something along the lines of, it's difficult being a brown female actress because she compares herself to Leo Woodall and the bounce that he got from that fantastic success.
Crazy.
And she says, being a brown face in this industry, you work twice as hard to get half as far, something like that. Do you, I mean, you've had a fantastic career in Corrie, but do you recognise some of what she's saying there?
Funnily enough, that is one of my favourite shows, and when I started watching that show and I saw her as the lead, because I wasn't aware of it, you know, starting to show, and when I saw her as the lead, I honestly just thought, wow, it really touched me. Like, genuinely, really, really touched me, because as a brown girl, you know, and just because of my job, I have been subject to racism and the abuse and things like that.
You haven't, or you have?
No, I have.
Oh, you have?
I have, yeah. And, you know, and I can imagine you've experienced that too.
Yeah.
And it's awful, and don't get me wrong, but seeing it, you know, it just has that little spark in you to... No, like I can't.
And it just
do
shows
that.
how important it has been. Coronation Street, you know, with Dev, Jimmy being in it for so many years. You're there. I remember Shobna Gulati being on it. It was a big thing for me when Shobna, and she was your mum in it, of course. So Corrie's done a great job of having diversity in its team.
Yeah, I think it's real as well.
Yeah.
I think us as a family, it's just real and it's great, and that bond, I love them all.
Yeah, good. Well, your hour-long special, Tanisha's special show, is on Monday, the 25th of August, and of course, Coronation Street continues tomorrow night at 8 p.m. on ITV1. Super to have you in.
Thank you so much.
Oh, hi there. Thanks for watching our YouTube channel, where we upload new videos every single day. Click here if you're interested in this video, or head to the homepage for more amazing content.